Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to P4P TV. This is Michael and it's been a while, but I'm back! Two-division champ and boxing phenom since turning pro in 2017. Shakur Stevenson will come out for his 21st bout against fellow Southpaw and Latino, Edwin De Los Santos. Stevenson, part Puerto Rican on his father's side, but born, raised and always repping his native home, Newark, New Jersey, will look to showcase why he has been one of the most avoided fighters in recent years. Despite not being as decorated as Shakur or as experienced, the Dominican Republican De Los Santos won't be there to lay down on the night and will be looking to be crowned WBC Lightweight champion after the belt's former holder, Devin Haney, was afforded champion in recess status, leaving the belt vacant and up for grabs. It goes down where else but Las Vegas, of course, at the T-Mobile Arena this coming November the 16th, so watch it! Shakur Sugar Stevenson's boxing certainly is sweet on the eyes. Graceful and fluid movement on his feet combined with crisp offensive and counter-offensive capabilities and an excellent tactical and strategic boxing brain. Over the years, he has developed a more assertive and spiteful inside game to boot, which has seen him move away from a more amateur to semi-pro boxer style into a more well-rounded and balanced fighter. So it's no surprise that he is a much swerved individual. But is he really being avoided or frozen out as Stevenson himself has suggested? The most recent to dodge the Stevenson bullet was Frank Martin, who cited less than agreeable financial terms and ultimately could not agree to the deal that would have seen him earn a career-high amount in excess of $1 million, as it's been reported. Of course, before Martin was the perceived strategic move up in weight by Devin Haney. But with Haney, I feel he was getting too big for 135 pounds, and the fact that he took on Lomachenko and is now taking on Regis Prograis and a new weight class for him doesn't feel like the maneuvering of someone who ducks tough fights. George Kambosos Jr. was another accused of ducking Stevenson. Again, with Kambosos being within shot of potentially reclaiming his old IBF strap, it could be more about securing a major belt first before exploring other opportunities rather than flat-out ducking. Should Stevenson defeat De Los Santos and become WBC champ, however, a unification bout between Kambosos and Stevenson could be on the cards. Whether avoided or not, for now, Stevenson's primary focus is on De Los Santos, a fighter that Shakur has praised for taking the fight, but a fighter that Shakur has essentially dismissed as a legitimate threat. Hopefully, this is coming from fighter confidence and self-belief rather than hubris, because with Bob Arum rekindling talks of Stevenson versus Tank Davis and even Stevenson versus Ryan Garcia in the background of this fight, there's the slightest chance that it could pose as a distraction from the task at hand. 20 wins with 10 by KO, no losses or draws. Stevenson is definitely a prodigy, and he won't want his first stumble, should that happen, to be as a result of overlooking an opponent. Edwin La Granada De Los Santos is a hard-hitting southpaw, originally hailing from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Some looking at this matchup between Stevenson and De Los Santos on the surface may have arrived at the conclusion that this should be a clear Stevenson win. Certainly he is the bookie's favourite, and a quick glance at either fighter's resume, one can argue that in terms of competition, Stevenson has the better experience with wins over names like Robson Conceição, Oscar Valdez, Jamel Herring and Joey Gonzalez. Fair enough, but don't sleep on De Los Santos. He was a pit bull against Jose Valenzuela when they met in late 2022. Valenzuela isn't exactly a top dog, but it was a fight that many expected Valenzuela to win. Despite getting knocked down himself and losing a point for hitting his opponent when down, De Los Santos went on to stop Valenzuela in the third round when referee Ray Corona had seen enough damage. In his last fight, De Los Santos dismantled Joseph Adorno, someone considered to be a challenge for De Los Santos and somewhat his equal in terms of power, and someone who had earned a majority decision draw against the very talented Jermaine Ortiz, even sending Ortiz to the canvas on 2 occasions. Against Adorno, De Los Santos displayed what has become his trademark style: fast, hard-hitting, stubbornly tough, and a diverse array of offense and counter-offense. Dictating pace and distance is another hallmark of what we've come to expect from the Dominican. 16 wins with 14 by knockout and the one solitary loss that he incurred early in 2022. De Los Santos is outwardly confident in his ability and had no hesitation in calling Stevenson out. Whether or not he can compete with Stevenson on the same level is another matter, but he certainly has the tools in the toolbox to cause Shakur issues, provided De Los Santos doesn't get too eager or reckless and avoids making mistakes. He could be a dark horse in this race. If I'm wrong, I'm happy to French braid my nose hair, bikey style, but this fight will come down to movement. Who best manages distance and who can force the other man into making mistakes. I see Shakur popping the jab out all night, then stepping in to force a reaction from De Los Santos by tagging De Los Santos, then retreating half a step or so out of range for anything coming back at him, which he can either respond with that superior, evasive upper body movement or counter punching. I think it won't take long to frustrate De Los Santos, who can get impatient, which leads to mistakes that Shakur Stevenson will not let go unpunished. I think Stevenson will increase the punishment to the point that the ref stops the fight late. Only half of Stevenson's fights have ended in stoppage. This will be one more. Stevenson wins, late round TKO.
Thank you for watching Pound for Pound TV. Please remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell for future updates. See you in the next one.
Check out our Patreon page to become a Patreon family member where you'll receive some cool perks. If you're looking for some new threads, we've got t-shirts, hoodies, and much, much more. So head on over to our Michael Akobi Pound for Pound TV stores. They can be found on Redbubble and Spreadshop. Join me on my travels and head on over to my other YouTube channel titled Barefoot and Free. There you can follow me as I traverse the many parts of our planet and occasionally get into a spot of bother. Nonetheless, it's always fun and entertaining. If you're struggling with some of life's obstacles and challenges, my book How to Get Out of Life Traps might just be the answer that you're looking for to help guide you through the difficult times. It's helped many get past some of their darkest moments, and it might do the same to you. You can purchase it on Amazon, where you can also find a wide range of my other works. Those works include screenplay to book adaptations, a fairly unique concept, with genres covering comedy, heist and revenge, drama, supernatural and crime, if that's more your cup of tea. You can find them by following the link provided.